Just few seconds, Manaji. Just
Yes,
in
yes,
live.
yes. So,
Yeah, you're live now, Manaji.
okay. So again, like the beautiful question that has been posted by Revati ji is like, Haribai, can you please just check my image because it is like a blank screen coming for people. Spotlight for everyone. Yeah, I believe this will work. Okay. So a beautiful question posted, and the question states like, what should you do? Shall you only see people doing wrong to you, or you should take an action? Because Bhagavad Gita speaks, doing something wrong is, and just seeing something getting wrong is equivalent. मतलब कोई बुरा काम करना या बुरा काम होते हुए देखना, दोनों एक ही दृष्टि में देखे जा सकते हैं. You should be, both are sins in one way or other. So what should we do? And if somebody has really done some damage to you, should you fight? Should you take action? Or should you just leave it? The answer to this, Revati ji, is purely up to you of the moment that you are in that space. What do I mean is, again, I will take an example from our own lives, and then might be you will get what I said. It depends on the moment that you are in. At times, you might just see that there is a bucket full of water and an insect has fallen in it. How many times do you save it? And how many times you allow it to drown? Has it happened to you? Have you all seen that? Right? How many times we have walked on the path when we are walking on the streets, we see some people. They have not even approached us. Yet we feel like we should give something. And that day you also say that, why is he not coming to me and asking? I would give something. And then one fine day, somebody walks your path and you say, he should not come here. Oh my God, he should not. You look the other way around. Again, I'm talking the same thing. What was happening to you in that moment? In that moment, what stopped you? Or in that moment, what made you think to help the other person or that insignificant being for you? At times you become so benevolent that might be a small little ant drowning and you pick it up and put it somewhere. And at the same time, you say, डूब जाए तो अच्छा, right? So when I'm talking about this, I'm coming from a standpoint what you told me, that in Bhagavad Gita it is said that if you are not taking any action against wrong, you are equivalent to that. You are also doing the sin. Again, I say, if you are in that moment, you get the instructions from your gut. What does it say? Is it saying to take action? Is it saying to forgive and forget? Because that is the instinct. When I say Mahabharata is not something when Krishna spoke something to you, something to Arjuna, let's say 5,000, 6,000 years ago. No, it is speaking to you every moment. Are you conscious? Are you listening? If you are listening, you will clearly get to know it is not the creation of my mind. It is something that is being told within me, and that is the action I need to take. Because when we walk on the path of spirituality, it is not that we become soft. Many people tend to understand in that way, right? Many people take you in that way that, oh, this person has gotten soft, so we can do anything to them. हम जैसे चाहे इनके साथ खेल सकते हैं. No, that's not. That's why actually Krishna told that even if you are on the path of dharma, don't allow people to play around with you. you should have your own stature. Yet, the story is not here whether you are taking the action or not, what you are doing or not, how you are doing it. If you are taking the action based on the intuition or the inspiration that you got from within, and you are taking the action, yet doing it as you are the doer, you will be responsible for the action. Because let's say somebody did something wrong and you put a punishment to them. Let's say you are in power, you put a punishment to them. Yet you thought that this punishment was imposed by me. Then who should be responsible for that? Because let's say there is a tree and I want the tree to be cut and I instruct somebody to go and cut that. The person who cut it down is responsible. So am I. Because I think I gave the instruction to get it cut. जिसे mastermind कहते हो. So in this case, if you think you are doing or you are taking the action, you will also get the results, right? But what to do it? How to deal with it? Because situation will be like that. People will do their politics. People will try to put all the things on you. When they don't find anyone else, you are an easy target. Because they think you are not going to tell anything. So they will put everything on you. So how to deal with that is the question, right? So how to deal with that is, once the same kind of question was put forth by a person to to Vivekananda. A similar question was put forth. It was a small little kid, and he asked that, see, I see my parents to follow you. I see my parents to follow certain rituals, and why things are happening to them, and what are the learnings? Because when I see them, they don't get deviated. They are not fearful. What is that keeps them going on that path despite all odds? They take action. They do the things that is required. Yet, they are not bound by it. Then Vivekananda had told 4 beautiful words to them. He said, you see, you go read anything and everything. If you learn these 4 words in your life, and if you apply these 4 words into your life, then all these questions will also vanish. The first one, it says, Abhaya. The 4 A's that Vivekananda said. Abhaya means, why do I want to take action? If somebody did something to me, why do I want to take action? Means I am feeling inferior there. मैं भी उसे दिखाना चाहता हूं मैं कौन हूं. I want to show. But in that showing, you are already fearful. That's why you want to show them. But the moment you are not fearful, you told like this, he might have told like that. You take action, not to prove anything, but to just keep a point. That's it. उसके ऊपर चढ़ के बैठने का बात नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं. Just to prove this is wrong, this is right. That is absolutely okay. You should be fearless. Because again, अगर उनकी बातें सुन के आप दब जाते हो, that means you are somewhere fearful of them. So put your word. Abhaya. Second thing he that says, but yet it should be ahimsa. Means, what is himsa? What is ahimsa? Himsa is doing or killing more than is what is needed. जरूरत से ज्यादा अगर आप काट दो, वो अहिंसा है, which is not required. You see, I can understand there is a tree. On the tree there are fruits and flowers. I pluck that flower and fruit. Can you call this as himsa? No. But if I go and cut down the tree into pieces, then what do you call that?
Himsa.
Himsa. That means doing whatever is required. Jitna zarurat hai. Now let's say like Mahatma Gandhi always used to talk about ahimsa. But when he was talking about ahimsa, did he take any action or not? On the name of ahimsa, he still walked all the path. जिसे दांडी मार्च करके गए थे, सत्याग्रह किए थे. So did he stop doing anything? No. But he was not doing it overly. उसी तरीके से whatever has to be done, do it, but don't do it overly. Because again after that, If you are doing it more than required, it is again yours. Then the third beautiful word that he spoke was asango. He said, if you go into this state, who can make you fearful? Who can take revenge on you? Or what do you want to do? And even if you're taking an action, who is the doer here? Asango. It's just like reflecting a thing, but not attached to it. In the sense, let's say I bring a glass of water in front of you. The glass of water is there, and if I put a flower behind that, let's say it's a red hibiscus flower. Now tell me, what color would the water look like? If I'm looking from the other side, एक glass है, glass के पीछे मैं एक लाल कलर का पुष्प रख देता हूं, and you are watching it from the other side of it. What color do the water look like? It will become red. But has the water really become red? No, it is just reflecting what it is there behind. Similarly, understand the world that I am seeing, it is trying to reflect something within me, but am I getting affected with that? That is where, if you are in the sense of asango, see, I am in this situation, even if I'm getting that intuition within myself to help that small little insect or to kill that. From where does this thought appearing from? Is it because I'm angry? That's why somebody else's small little action is also driving me crazy? Or I am absolutely silent, yet something there is wrong and that needed to be fixed. You have to come to that understanding. How will you come to that understanding? If you are conscious about your state each and every moment. Because at times we are not taking action on somebody else because of their errors, but because we are angry for something else. Can I tell a funny story? A funny story goes like this. One person who was late to the office, his boss calls him and shouts at him. You are good for nothing, this, that. And he says, okay, I'm coming right away. Then the poor little wife appears in front of the husband who has just recently got the good dose of medication from the boss. He cannot shout on the boss. So on whom will he shout? Got it? Now, the wife got it. Now, what will the wife do? Small little kid in the house. That got passed on. बच्चा पढ़ाई कर रहा था, नहीं करता पता नहीं, लेकिन पढ़े उसके ऊपर. ओके? अब बच्चा क्या करेगा? He cannot shout at mother. He cannot shout at father. Unfortunately, a little dog came in front of him. Just angry and standing on the street, he kicked the dog. अच्छा, dog क्या करेगा? It will go and bite someone. Now tell me, who was the source of all these things? Was the dog wrong? Was the kid wrong? Was the wife wrong? Was the husband wrong? Might be the husband was wrong, the boss was shouting. Or might be the boss had a fight at his home. He did not know where to vent his anger. He got you. Are you getting? So it is a sequence of things that is happening. And many a times we take action on people who are actually not needed. हम उनके ऊपर गुस्सा कर देते हैं जिनके ऊपर हम गुस्सा कर सकते हैं. हम उनके ऊपर एक्शन ले लेते हैं जिनके ऊपर हम एक्शन ले सकते हैं. But is it really what it is? You should be in a space of asango to realize whether this person has really done this wrong or it is coming from my mindset somewhere else. किसी और का गुस्सा मैं उसके ऊपर निकालना चाहता हूं क्योंकि ये छोटा है. I can do that. You see, there is a small little boy. we all might have seen that or done that or might have gone through that. जब हम छोटे से बच्चे थे, when we are little small, कोई भी आता था, anybody would come and pull your cheek and go away. Anybody would come and put something like tapri कहते हैं ना आप, on the head and they will go away. Why? The child is standing and is thinking, what happened? So that's where, Revati, if we are conscious about ourselves, first and foremost thing, what is happening there? What am I getting the instinct within me? And I am now detached from everything. Means the third word that he said is asango. When I'm detached, I know whether this action should be taken or it is just some other's anger that I'm following and I'm going to put it on it. And the word asango actually takes care of the first word, that is fear. Why? Because when you are not attached with anything, what will make you fearful? And also it will take care of the ahimsa. How? Because when you are not attached, you are also not attached with your anger, so you will not overdo the action that you want to take. So what is the source here? The main word? The main word is asango. And you can only attain to that space of asango when you are conscious about that. Now, what will happen as the end result of that? The boy asked. Whom? Vivekananda. See, we are still talking about him. So what will absolutely happen after that? He said, Ananda. So, Abhaya, Ahimsa, Asango, Ananda. That are the four words that he spoke. He said, if you take this into consideration, that you are fearless and you are not harming people unnecessarily and you are completely detached yet in this world, what you are going to experience is happiness, not sorrow. Now coming to your question, what you asked. Should I take action or should I not? Again, with your consciousness, what is it saying to you to do? Allow that Krishna to speak within you. Become that Arjuna and take the action. If it says to forgive and forget, do that. If it says to take the action, take it. Because remember the third word, it is not you doing, it is not you the doer. You are just the means. I will ask you a funny question. The funny question is, there have been, let's say there has been a murder and the culprit was caught because he used a knife to kill someone. Have you ever heard the knife getting sentenced to death? Why? Why? The man didn't kill with his hands. The man used a knife and killed it. Yet the man is always sentenced to death, not the knife. Why? Because the knife does not claim itself to be the doer. The knife says, I am in your hand. What you did, you are responsible for that. Are you that knife? Or you are that doer? If you are the doer, consequences follow. असंगो. और याद रखना, उसने कहा है ना कि यदा यदा ही धर्म से, if there is a requirement I will come. So why can't he appear within you to take that action? So remember your power, because when that thing happens, no, you will not regret, you will not feel bad, you will have so much of energy within yourself that I have to take this action and I take this action. You cut it down from its root. Yes or no? How do you do that? Again, not the doer. Again, the knife holded by somebody else. He just want to take this action. I am just the means through which it has to happen. Let it happen. But if I am doing it less than that or more than that, that means I have involved in doing it. Are you getting that? So what are you in these 4 states, if you remember that? And always remember, that's why I gave you a very typical example of the murder and a knife, so that you will never forget that part, right? So now what you are going to do? Believe in the words that if it is an action is required, it will appear within me. When I'm not clouded by my thoughts, I'm not clouded by my emotions, I am meditating that moment. Na? I think that's a good phase. And ask, what should I do? Become the Arjuna. Get ready. Krishna will appear anyways. Let it show you the path. But yet when he shows you the path, don't become the doer. Never. Okay. So what should you do?
I will do what Yada Yadasya Dharmasya. So we'll see. Want to say something, but it's not a question.
No, please go ahead. See,
Not all
whatever.
answer. It's something which we were sitting yesterday and there was general conversation about a lot of things about spirituality, and we were talking about prayers, praying. So I was telling my friends that I said, we do so many processes with you. You teach us so many processes. And there is a proper protocol which is followed to do these processes. And it's actually there in a Word document which you send to us. So we are all very used to doing that. So, and by your grace, we are able to do that. So I came to some kind of a pattern in which I had divided that into 4 elements of praying. I don't know whether it is the right flow of what the way I have learned to pray with your guidance. So I have given it 4 different labels. So if you
Okay.
can just tell me that is the correct way. There's no correct
Please.
or wrong, because I can sit
Please.
anywhere and pray. That is
Please
also
share.
equally true. But
Please share.
following this process, I feel very happy with myself. So this is what I have been following. So I just want to know whether it's a nice way to do. If there's a better way to do it, I will be very happy to do it that way.
Please go ahead.
Because the first thing that I have been doing to my gods, because I have a lovely set of gods sitting in my house,
Wow.
I glorify them. My first prayer to them is I'm maska mara. I'm really glorifying.
Okay.
But in a very genuine way.
I got that. दुनिया में संसार में सबको लगाते, उससे बेटर भगवान को ही लगाओ.
Glorifying them, you're nice, you're this, you're that. I have my very nice words to talk to them.
Okay.
Second, I am paying my gratitude to them. Just being in my house.
Wow.
My third thing that I do every day, this is my everyday pattern. My third thing I do is I'm asking for forgiveness.
Wow.
And my fourth thing is then I ask for what I want.
Matlab you prepare the ground and then sow the seeds.
Ground, and then I say,
Perfect.
But it's not like I don't go and say now I want this. The first I say all these things. 3
Don't
things.
your God smile back at you when you start putting that maska first? They must be laughing already. आ गई फिर.
They have made me so.
हमें भी पता है 2-3 पॉइंट के बाद अपना पॉइंट रखेगी.
I think they just made me so self-sufficient, so happy, so grateful for everything that they must be really smiling, and I can. So is there anything that I'm not missing out?
No, absolutely fine. See, when your God is already smiling at you, how can I say that is a wrong way to do it? It is most amazing way, because if they are happy with that way, why not?
So Manishji, here, I think in this entire group, I'm the least knowledgeable in this spirituality, because
Shall I put a poll right now? Who thinks themselves to be the least? Then you should see 100% on one side only.
no. I mean, I think I don't have retention power only. I hear so much, but I don't think I can retain it.
Then again, I will put a poll and the same thing will happen again.
Okay. So I wanted to share this because It genuinely makes me happy. And I feel if that the way you have taken us through all the processes, maybe this is what we have followed. That is why maybe I was able to give it these words. I was able to give it this pattern and flow because of what I have learned from you. So I remain so grateful to you for taking me on this path. And I don't,
So,
I
so
don't,
one thing that again, if you have asked if I have to add something or to change something, it's a very simple thing. The third thing that you say is you ask for forgiveness, right?
yeah.
So make it the fourth, and before that, ask.
Oh, okay. Achha, ask and then say, forgive me for asking.
Yes. No, not forgive for asking. अगर कोई गलत पूछ लिया तो उसके लिए क्षमा कर दो.
I think good idea.
Right?
I should tell all my friends because yesterday we made a note of this and
Wow, that's beautiful.
we shared it on our group. So now
Thank God, many people are thinking you have such friends. दो चार हमारे पास भेजो.
मानस जी आजकल मुझे कोई पार्टी में बुलाता ही नहीं है because they think I'm so boring. So I'm out of my social circle. No one invites me anymore.
Now gods invite you.
Yeah, gods are inviting.
Humans anyways won't understand.
No, I don't really care. But yeah, but my social life is over, kind of. My social life is with gods nowadays. I'm partying with them. So
नहीं, ये सबके साथ वही है. जितने लोग यहाँ दिखाई देना, all the people that you see here have gotten into another kind of party zone.
हमारे इधर आज और कल का कल there's a 3-day Bhagavad festival going on, and next week say there's a 7-day Bhagavad festival going
Wow,
on.
beautiful.
So I've been attending yesterday, today, tomorrow I'll attend, and कल वो 56 भोग का ये है, so everybody is getting something. And when I move to my new home, I will do something really phenomenal there. I'm hoping to get all my gods into a beautiful place.
Yeah, we are looking forward to that. Okay.
जो बोल रही हूँ मैं वो मेरा घर कर रहा है उसको बोल रही हूँ just make this mandir a beautiful place. I don't care what else you do. So all instructions are going to him only for the mandir. So, my children are a little
Beautiful.
So thank you Manishji for everything. I think I'm very blessed. I'm really blessed.
So be so.
Be what?
Just be like that then. If you think you are blessed, so be it.
Blessed. I'm very blessed. So one more thing I wanted to say, Hari bhai, I have to say this to you. I'm sorry, but not my business, but I'm just telling you this. But I just got out of a couple of groups because I'm missing out on important messages because there are too many groups. So I got out of some groups.
No, you must be in the main group, right?
Yeah, I'm main group.
Yeah, that is the only group where you'll get all the important messages.
Missing out on a lot of messages because too many groups are there. So I restricted myself to Ramasmi group and I wish to remain on that. So whenever we have temporary groups, of course I'll join. But yeah, I have a little problem on understanding and navigating through all these groups. So
That's good. That's what you should understand, Revati ji, also.
yeah.
A beautiful understanding that comes out of that we are in too many groups in this world. Slowly we have to clean the clutter. Then we have to focus on only one thing, and that one thing should be our ultimate goal, and we should be connected there so that all the messages that the God is sending towards me, I should not miss that out.
Should not miss it. Thank you so much, Manishji.
Most welcome. So
yeah, Tommy Sri, please unmute yourself.
Soumya ji or Chidvilas, who is asking the question? And Sumaji hand went off or she got the answer? I don't know. Chidvilas, unmute.
Yes, we just got muted by mistake.
Okay.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Namaskar.
My mom usually never asks questions. Maybe through me she'll ask questions.
She's already a song, it seems. So I won't ask any question, let him ask. Okay, what's your question?
Yes, Guruji. So my question is, usually I never notice it particularly because like it just goes on in the background usually. So from my childhood, I have noticed that whenever I stand in front of mirror, I don't recognize myself.
Okay.
I know that I'm seeing image other side of mirror, but like I cannot particularly recognize how I look, how I do things in the mirror. Like why does it happen? Does it happen for everyone? But why is it happening?
No, it does not happen for everyone. It happens to certain people, just like uh, how can I be again, like going back to the example of a iron getting attached to a magnet.
Mm.
The iron is not a magnet yet it has the potential to become it. So similarly, when these kind of situations or actions show up from an early childhood days, it has two kind of impacts. One might be because of the sanskar that you got when you were in the womb of the mother and the actions that your mother took at that time.
Mm.
Through that, you learned all those things, so that became an understanding for you to live a life in this way. The second, your own sadhana of your past life, where you might have already achieved to a space where you don't recognize yourself as a body anymore. Yet, because the sadhana might not have been completed, you are again taken a birth and you are here in this body. Yet, you are not able to connect yourself with this body because you have seen yourself not being a body anymore. So, when you are looking into the mirror, it always looks like, who is this?
Exactly.
Because you either see in this there is a particular word that is again used. I gave an example short time ago, जिसे कहते हैं उपाधि. उपाधि का मतलब ये नहीं होता कि you see उपाधि मतलब when you get a certain kind of name attached to your name, right? जैसे राज पुरोहित, there is a उपाधि.
Mm.
जैसे राजा का नाम करने से पहले जो राजा के बारे में बताया जाता है, right?
Mm. Mm.
Just like I love to speak that, like when Puri Raja comes, उनसे पहले बोला जाता है पूरा नाम उनका. विरादि वीरवर गजपति गौडेश्वर नवकटी कन्नड़ कलवर्गेश्वर भूत भैरव अभ्यत दुस्स दुशासन अनिकरणे राउतराय संग्राम अतुल बल विरादि वीरवर श्री 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 दिव्य सिंह देव महाराज. नाम दिव्य सिंह देव महाराज है, लेकिन उससे पहले की उपाधि कितने हैं? You see that? So what is that? Means these are the qualities that are attached to that name. What is this particular person? This particular person has all these qualities in it. Means the first word says Viradi Viravara. Means the one who is the bravest. Viradi Viravara Gajapati Gaudeshwara. Means who is the Gajapati. Means who is the master of the elephants. Gaudeshwara means the one who is also affluent with cows and all the dairy things. Viradi Viravara Gajapati Gaudeshwara. Nabakati, Nabakoti. Kalavargeshwara means Kalavarga means it is a Varga area, means an area. Nabakoti area, that distance, he is the master of that. So everything is saying that this particular person has all these qualities. उसे क्या कहते हैं? उपाधि. Yet in another way, the word upadhi is also considered in a space where you reflect certain things in you. Just like I gave an example, let's say I put a clear crystal in front of you. आपके सामने स्फटिक रख देता हूं और उसके पीछे एक पुष्प रख देता हूं जिसे रक्त जबा means the red color flower. If I put behind a prism or behind a sphere which is transparent, स्फटिक है. And if I put that, what happens? It takes that quality into it. It appears as if it is that, but it is not in true sense. Right? Similarly, what is happening to you when you are looking into the mirror, that is reflecting the body that you are. Yet, you are just like the crystal who is not able to identify itself because it is appearing as red, but it is not red. So, when you are looking into the mirror, you are experiencing that state of higher altered understanding where you are seeing the body yet knowing that this is not me. So that's a very, very high altered state. Yet, you should not take that, Areva, I have this. No, the moment you get that, you lose it. So it's a very good quality that you are already lifting. And there is a saying from our side when it says, you can know a tulsi plant by its two leaves. The moment the tree starts growing, by looking at it, by tasting it, by smelling it, you know which kind of plant that is. Same is with the itchy plant as well. समझ रहे हो? अगर तुलसी को भी 2 पत्ते से जाना जा सकता है, और जो हाथ लग जाने से खुजली होता है उसे भी उसी तरीके से जाना जा सकता है. So when you are having all these kind of experiences in your childhood, that are the indications that this particular being has these qualities in him or her which is going to reflect in his life. So these are certain very clear indications that happen. Many a times people have to do a lot of sadhana to get into that space, but at times many people from their childhood, they get that because they have already done their sadhana in the past lives, yet they have not completed that, and this time they are here to complete it. So what you need to do is, this time you should not leave it, this time it should be completed. Got it? So blessed are those people who yet remember all their sadhanas. That means it must have been really intense. छोटे मोटे मंत्र जाप नहीं हुए होंगे, साधना हुई होगी, and that will show up anyways. So that's why you are not able to connect yourself completely to the image that you see in front of yourself, because you already have an image within you which does not have a shape, neither a form. And in that space, when you are looking at the mirror and you are saying, who is this? That is again a true space of becoming the Sakshi, or the one who is the seer of it, not the being who it thinks itself to be. That means in this case, the crystal remains clear despite whatever it is showcasing all around. So here you have to understand, it is very easy for you. So whenever you think like whether I'm the body or the mind, go and stand in front of the mirror, you get an instant realization that you are not the body anyways. So the next thing that you have to work out is, I'm not the mind even. Why? Because it is still there analyzing, this is not me. Because in a space where there is no mind, you'll just see no reaction. Right? So that is again, as I said, a higher, but you need not have to inflate yourself with that. Right? So the higher you go, the higher you reach in your life, the humbler you should become. Okay. So does that answer your question?
Yes, Guruji.
Go ahead.
Even happens with myself looking directly to myself also. Like
Now
it-
people are thinking, how does he look directly himself to directly?
no, like not my face, my body.
Okay, so look your hands and then, okay.
Yeah. Like I look at my hands and then be like, why does hand really look like 5-fingered? Why is it hand like this? Or why am I like this?
Okay.
Like there is a literal blank space.
Right. Okay, मैं ऐसा क्यों हूँ?
Like, yeah, absolutely.
See,
It's not there.
again, it is the same space that I'm speaking of. This is also the same space, because why you are not able to do so? Because you don't think yourself to be just 5 fingers. You don't see yourself to be this body. That's it. Your sadhanas have transcended you into a space where you don't think yourself to be the body. So you are not able to correlate well with your body in this space. That's where all these questions and answers appear within you. Why am I like this? Is it really me? I can only feel this because there is a pain and a touch and a sensation. That's why I feel like, okay, this might be me, but without the senses and touch, this is not me. So this is again the same quality, that is the extension of that, might be the next step of it. You look at yourself and you don't recognize it. Okay. And the very simple answer, why you have 5 fingers and all this, just think this way, God has made you that way, that's it. Thank God he has only given you 5 fingers and a human figure, that's why you are a human. He could have given you something else. You would have been something else. Might be 2 wings and a long nose, and then you must have been sucking blood of people. So better he has given you 5 fingers. So be thankful for that. Okay.
Yes, Guruji.
So any other question?
Yes. I actually have questions, but I just asked one or two.
It's okay. The last question from your side for today. We will again park your question for next week. So what's the
Yes,
next last question from your side?
yes, Guruji. Like when we talk about Jyotirlingas, 12 Jyotirlingas,
Hmm.
when we talk about Shaktipeethas, we usually refer to one story.
Okay.
But what is the story of 12 Jyotirlingas? Like,
Oh.
why is it called to one name? I have heard like different Jyotirlingas has their own stories.
Yes.
Why are they called to one name? Does it have a particular way?
Yes. Okay. It is because the way they appeared.
Mhm.
Jyotirlinga means in which form did they work came into the existence? Jyoti means fire, और फायर के जैसा एक ज्योति के जैसे आके वो पहले अपीयर हुए. उन सारे चीजों को ज्योतिर्लिंग के नाम पे जाना गया. दूसरी गाथा जो आती है इसमें, द सेकेंड थिंग दैट कम्स इन दिस स्पेस इज दे बिलीव लाइक दैट फायर दैट अपीयर्ड हियर was the fire of the stambha that we all speak of, the fire pillar of fire, where Brahma and Vishnu could not find the adi or ant, the starting and the end of it. It is coming directly from that swarupa of the Brahma, which does not have a form and a shape, yet has a form and a shape. It has no starting and end. What would you call a form? Yet it has two sides. That's why it has a form. Can you see? It is formless and form at the same time. That's where it is called, as this fire is coming from there, the eternal fire, it is the Jyoti and it is stabilized in the form of a linga. That's why they are called as the Jyotirlinga. So the invocation process of all the stories, all the people, those who prayed there, or all the actions that were taken because of which that Jyoti appeared there, that's why these are called as the Jyotirlingas. Okay. So that's why they have different stories, but as they appeared in the same way, invocated in the same way, that name came as a existence as Jyotirlingas. Clear on that?
Yes, Guruji.
Very good. So thank you.
Thank
All
you.
other your questions will be taken next time.
Yes, Guruji.
Sure.
Yeah, Kaminderji, please unmute yourself.
Yes.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव.
प्रणाम कमलेंद्र जी.
गुरुदेव, जो अभी दिवाली के पहले एक पूजा करी थी ना कुबेर जी की,
हाँ जी.
तो उनको तिहरा उसकी हल्दी की गांठ की वो चढ़ाई थी माला.
हो गया उसका समय, उसको पानी में बहा दो.
ओके. अच्छा, एक्चुअली वही हो रहा था. उसमें क्या एक एक गांठ में कभी किसी में कीड़ा लग जाता था, किसी
आ
कभी
जाएगा.
किसी में.
उसका
तो
समय
इसीलिए
हो गया, उसको जाने दो.
ओके.
उसका जो कार्य था उसने कर दिया.
ओके, चलिए ठीक है. एंड सेकेंडली, जो अभी गांठ उस टाइम में बांधी थी पूजा, इसमें धनाकर्षण भैरव के टाइम पे एक पोटली तैयार करी थी.
ओके.
तो उसको भी अभी चेंज करने का समय हो गया
बिल्कुल
है
कर
या?
सकते हो. सी यू कैन डू इट एट योर कंसेंसस.
ओके.
एक ही चीज है, उसका इंग्रेडिएंट जो है सेम ही रहेगा.
हाँ.
ओके. दूसरा बात दैट यू शुड रिमेंबर, द ओनली थिंग दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, anyways you will use the same ingredient, only remember to put it in the same place where the earlier potli was.
हाँ.
That's it. Why? Because the earlier potli was kept in that space, it has created a vibrational frequency and zone in that space. So when you are putting a new one, it will start vibrating in the same zone and space.
Okay.
So as you have created that, so you can change it and put it back in the same place. If you want to place it in another way, उसके लिए इंतजार करना पड़ेगा when we create a new potli with the complete process done.
Okay.
Clear है?
एक्चुअली क्या है, कुछ टाइम के बाद में इसमें कीड़ा लग जाता है सब.
बिल्कुल होगा. हमारे
इसलिए
मन के अंदर देखो ना, जब तक सत्संग में बैठते हो तब तक ठीक है, बाहर जाते ही कीड़ा लग जाता है। तो वो जितना काम करना था, यू चेंज दैट, दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली परफेक्ट। वो प्रोसेस ही वैसा है, इसीलिए मैंने कहा है कि एवरी 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, वट एवर इज गुड फॉर यू, चेंज इट।
ओके
बदलाव में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं।
जी
एंड आई हैव सीन द आइटिनरी दैट यू हैव सेंट,
जी सर
मेनी पीपल आईब्रोज गोज अप। कमलेंद्र जी ने एक आइटिनरी बना के भेजा है फॉर सोमनाथ, फिर द्वारकाधीश, फिर भेट द्वारका एंड गिरनार। एंड उसके बीच में उन्होंने एक रखा है कि लायन सफारी, मतलब लायन को देख, मैं बोला खुद ही को देख ले हम बस। एंड ही हैज क्रिएटेड ए 7 day आइटिनरी। डोंट वरी, डेट्स अभी फाइनलाइज नहीं हुए, ना ही अभी का है वो। ओके, ही हैज जस्ट क्रिएटेड ए टेंटेटिव थिंग। ही वाज आस्किंग मी इज दिस फाइन और नॉट। सो कमलेंद्र जी, मैंने देखा है उसे, so I will be talking to you. I just been carried away with too many works in between, so I could not. लेकिन बात होगी आपसे जल्द, ठीक है?
जी
ओके,
जी
और कुछ?
बस गुरुदेव बस यही
ओके,
पूछना था मेरे को
चलो,
सुबह
धन्यवाद। So with you, many people also got their answers actually. धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू
Thank you, Kamlendra ji. Abaji, please unmute yourself.
गुरु जी।
प्रणाम।
गुरु जी, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं, लेकिन मुझे थोड़ा सा जानना है। जो श्रेयोदान होता है उसके बारे में मुझे थोड़ा सा जानना है।
किसके बारे में?
श्रेयोदान, श्रेयोदान होता है ना, जो मतलब हम जब कोई अनुष्ठान कराते हैं ना, ब्राह्मण अपना कार्य समाप्त करके जाते हैं ना,
हाँ जी।
फिर वो जो हमको श्रेयोदान देते हैं, मुझे उसके बारे में जानना है।
अच्छा, क्या जानना
हमारी
है उसके बारे में?
मतलब इसका प्रोसीजर क्या प्रोसेस है इसको, और कैसे लेना चाहिए?
अब देखो, ब्राह्मण अगर देवता है और आपने ब्राह्मण को देवता स्वरूप में आप विराजमान करके आपका कार्य उसने किया है, तो बिल्कुल एक ही चीज मानो, उसको किसी भी इंसान के स्वरूप में आपके सामने मत देखो। उस समय में साक्षात ब्रह्म जैसे आपके सामने खड़ा है, साक्षात वही देवता जिसकी पूजा आपने करवाई है, साक्षात वो देवी या देवता आपके सामने सम्मुख खड़ा है, और आप उससे अगर दंडवत भी प्रणाम करते हो या तो खाली प्रणाम भी करते हो, किस रूप से करोगे? आपका भाव कैसा है उनके प्रति, उस देवी देवता के प्रति, अपने मंदिर। वही कहता है ना कि मेरे अंदर इतनी सक्षमता है कि मैं, क्षमता है कि मैं पत्थर में प्राण डाल दूं, और वही तो मेरे सामने एक जीवित कोई खड़ा है, तो उसको मैं बस स्वरूप अगर बदल दूं, तो देखना आपके जो फल मिलता है ना उसका। हालांकि हम तो मांगते भी नहीं फल चाहिए बोल, लेकिन क्योंकि विधिवत है तो ये सारे रथ कार्य करते हैं। लेकिन अगर विधिवत भी करना है तो उस जगह पे भी मैं उसी देवी या देवता का आह्वान करके उनके सामने झुक जाऊं, क्योंकि इससे बेहतर और सरल उपाय कुछ ना हो सके।
जैसे गुरु जी, जब पूर्णाहुति
हो गई।
अनुष्ठान समापन हुआ, और फिर हमने उनको दक्षिणा दी, जो मतलब हम उनके आभारी हैं, जिस तरीके से उन्होंने हमारे कार्य को संपन्न कराया।
बिल्कुल।
और उसके बाद जब वो प्रस्थान करते हैं, तो हमको पहले दक्षिणा देनी है, फिर वो हमको श्रेयोदान देती हैं कि
यस।
आपने हमारे कार्य के लिए, जो उन्होंने 9 दिन के लिए इस अनुष्ठान में बैठे थे, उस कार्य को किया है, तो उसका फल आपको प्राप्त हो, इस चीज के लिए वो हमें श्रेयोदान देते हैं।
वो,
तो उस
हाँ जी,
हाँ, तो वो जो कुछ हमें दे के जाते हैं, जैसे मान लो ड्राई फ्रूट वगैरह दे दिए उन्होंने, उन्होंने कहा आप इसको कंज्यूम करें, मतलब खा पी लेना इसको, सब लोग मिल बांट के, तो सारे परिवार को इसका वो मिलना चाहिए।
बिल्कुल।
तो ये प्रोसेस जब हम उनको दक्षिणा देने के बाद विदाई देते हैं, उसके बाद हमको करना चाहिए, या हमको पहले इसको ग्रहण करना चाहिए, बाद में उनकी विदाई करनी चाहिए?
नहीं नहीं, दक्षिणा के बाद, क्योंकि एक एक नियम लगता है वहां पे आबाजी।
हाँ हाँ, यही तो जानना
ब्राह्मण,
है।
ब्राह्मण जो है वो तब तक नहीं जाता जब तक उसको दक्षिणा नहीं मिलती।
हाँ
ओके, उसी तरीके से आप दूसरा चीज देखो, 3 चीजें हैं जो बिना दक्षिणा के नहीं जाते। एक ब्राह्मण, दूसरा है नदी में आया हुआ बाढ़। जब तक दक्षिण तरफ से हवा नहीं चलती तब तक बाढ़ कम नहीं होता। उसी तरीके से तीसरा वाला जो है, जब बारिश, निरंतर बारिश चल रही है, वो तब तक नहीं रुकता जब तक दक्षिणावर्ती हवा नहीं चलने लगती। सो दक्षिणा का ये महत्व है कि जब आप दक्षिणा देते हो तो उनको ये है कि अभी जाओ, हो गया काम आपका। लेकिन क्योंकि उन्होंने आपसे कुछ ग्रहण किया है, वो आपको बिना दिए जा नहीं सकते। क्योंकि ब्राह्मणों को जब यज्ञोपवीत धारण किया जाता है तो उनको ये सिखाया जाता है कि कोई भी तुम्हें जब भिक्षा दे तो तुम उनको बदले में कुछ ना कुछ देना, वो चाहे आशीर्वाद हो, कल्याण हो, या तो उसके लिए प्रार्थना करना। तो वो कब देगा? ब्राह्मण तब तक नहीं देता जब तक उसके हाथ में धन नहीं आता। तो दक्षिणा देना, उसके बाद वो आपके ऊपर
दक्षिणा और विदाई जब उनकी हो
हो
जाए
जाती
उसके
है,
बाद
उसके
तब
बाद
हमको वो दिखे जाते हैं।
बिल्कुल, क्योंकि वो तब क्या होता है ना, वो खुश हो जाते हैं वो समय। अब तक वो एक आई शुड नॉट टेल इन दिस वे, बट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, अभी भी डायलेमा है कितना मिलने वाला है। मिल गया, बढ़िया आया, खुश हूं मैं। और व्हेन यू आर हैप्पी एंड यू आर, अब कुछ लोग बोलेंगे अगर कम मिला, दुखी होके दिया तो। इसीलिए
ये
मैंने
तो
कहा, इसीलिए मैं नहीं आपकी बात नहीं करो आबाजी, कभी
नहीं
कभी
नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैं ये नहीं कह रही, ये तो गुरुजी अनुष्ठान का एक अंग होता है
अंग होता
कि
है।
ब्राह्मण आपके यहाँ से संतुष्ट होके जा रहा है।
बिल्कुल, इसीलिए मैं ये कहता हूं कि जिस व्यक्ति जो आपके सामने खड़ा है ना, उसको उस व्यक्ति की तरह ही मत देखो। क्योंकि हमने देखा है ना, हम पूजा में भी, भगवान के पूजा में भी हम दक्षिणा चढ़ाते हैं। क्यों चढ़ाते हैं? भगवान को दक्षिणा की जरूरत है? नहीं, वो एक अनुष्ठान है, वो एक विधि है, जिस विधि से हम अपना एक समर्पण करके दिखाते हैं उसको कि मेरे पास इतना है, मैं वो जितना भी तूने दिया उसमें से थोड़ा आपके सामने रखता। वो लेता तो कुछ नहीं है उसमें, क्योंकि मुझे पता जिस दिन भगवान भी लेना शुरू करे, उसके सामने रखेंगे भी नहीं। ठीक है। सो स्वरूप एक ही मान के चलो, जिस भी देवी देवता का अनुष्ठान किया हो उसको उसी स्वरूप में देखो, और हो सकता है आभा जी वहीं दर्शन हो जाए। जैसे आप सूरज को दो स्थिति में अपने खुले नेत्रों से देख सकते हो। एक, जब सूरज उगने वाला होता है, लाल रंग होता है, या तो जब अस्त होने जाता है, मतलब या तो शुरुआत के समय या जब अंत होता है, क्योंकि उसके बीच में उसकी ऊर्जा इतनी होती है कि आप उसे देख नहीं पाते। उसी तरीके से कभी भी जो देवी देवताओं के साथ हम कोई भी अनुष्ठान करते हैं, या तो वो आपको पहले ही दिख जाएगा कि मैं आ गया या मैं आ गई, और उसकी ऊर्जा महसूस होगी इन द ड्यूरेशन, लेकिन आप उसे देखना मुश्किल हो जाता है क्योंकि उसकी आभा, उसकी ऊर्जा इतनी ज्यादा रहती है उस समय पे। लेकिन अंत समय में जब जाते हैं, और सूरज जब उगता है तब शांत होता है, और जब डूबता है तब भी शांत होता है, शीतल होता है। तो अगर आपसे कोई त्रुटि हुई भी है तो भी वो शांत स्वरूप में आपको आशीर्वाद देके जाएगा। इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं शुरुआत से पहले बड़े प्रेम से बुलाओ, जितनी सेवा करनी है करो, अंत में भेजते हुए इसीलिए क्यों क्षमा प्रार्थना करते कि अभी तुम जा रहे हो, अगर कुछ भी त्रुटि रह गई है फिर भी शांत होके जाओ। दिस इज व्हाट द नेचर टीचेस अस। ठीक, धन्यवाद आबाजी।
बहुत अच्छा, थैंक यू गुरुजी, धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू आबाजी।
प्रणाम गुरुजी, प्रणाम हरि भाई, थैंक यू हरि भाई।
थैंक यू आबाजी। नेक्स्ट है सुमा जी, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ।
Am I audible?
Yes.
No, this is the. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay, I'm just asking this question because I know people in spirituality, we understand it in a different way, but this is for the normal people, like how we have to answer them.
Yes.
Like when it comes to the gurus, and if they are like they fell sick or like ill, and then if they go to the doctor to get the treatment or anything, then people will start saying like he himself is a guru, and then why can't he treat himself, and then like he's teaching others, then why can't he do it for themselves? Like all this talk goes on. So like how to make them understand
Absolutely.
because people in spirituality तो understand करते हैं, but normal people को कैसे समझाते हैं, like
Beautiful.
in a proper way.
Absolutely beautiful question, because recently we also saw the same thing and some foolish people also questioned the same thing. उनको सब कुछ पूछना है. They said, okay, if he is such a great person, he is into so much thing, then why he needs a medical doctor to get his treatment done? And we all know whom, किसके बारे में बात चल रही है. And we saw some videos also. Oh, क्या exposed. If he is such a great person, then why he needs a doctor? At the end, they have also go to the doctor. But they forgot that even at the end of the day, the doctor goes to him. Where does the doctor go? If he knows all the thing, why does he die? Can you tell me the same thing? You ask me the question. Generally, Suma ji, देखो, जैसे लोग वैसे ही उत्तर ना. The kind of question comes, the kind of answer you should give. That's why I'm saying, if you are saying that the doctor actually helped the spiritual guru to heal, and the spiritual guru could not heal himself, he has to go to the doctor. Now tell me, will the doctor not die? Because he has all the science behind him. उनको बस यही पूछना कि डॉक्टर को अगर सब कुछ पता है, वो मरता क्यों है? अच्छा, एक डॉक्टर ऐसा बताओ जिसको बीमारी नहीं हुई है. Understand? See, illogical question, illogical answer. But there is a spiritual answer to that. हम क्या करते हैं? The kind of question you put, the kind of answer you get. You try to play with me, I play better. I'll ask you the same thing. Why have you waited till he went to the doctor? You should have asked him, he's a spiritual guru, why he is even eating. You should have asked that, no. But you see, he is eating. He can also tell the same thing. He said, I would not have been into any disease. It's all because of you people I am in disease. He can say that, right? The food that you fed and the tension that you gave. He can say the same thing. Now you are getting mad by just handling one wife or one family. Now just think of how many people I have to take care of. And you want me that I should not even have the luxury to fall ill. See, logical people, logical answers. कंटकेव नहीं न कंटकेव. हमेशा याद रखना, जैसी देवता वैसी पूजा. मैं गणेश के सामने कभी बलि नहीं चढ़ाऊंगा जाके. लेकिन अगर वीरभद्र की पूजा कर रहा हूं या भैरव की पूजा कर रहा हूं, बिना बलि उसे जाने नहीं दूंगा. Means the kind of person asking you the question, the kind of answer should go from you, so that they also will realize that they are not talking to someone who does not know it. कोई नौसिखिए से बात नहीं कर रहा है वो. Then you will see they will change their tone and ask in a very typical way, and then you give them the answer in the spiritual form. Or else, till then they will keep on asking you the logical questions. लॉजिक को लॉजिक से काट दो. उसके बाद अब बोलो, अब खाली हुआ दिमाग, अब सुन बताता. Now listen. Even it is not only with the case of the people, those who are not in spirituality, even the people, those who are in spirituality, at times they get into this question. आ जाता है कभी कभी मन में, right? हमेशा से ये रहा है. So Sumaji, I'm muting you because I can hear some voice. So
Okay,
I don't know like from where the voice is coming. Okay, no problem. So when we are asking this question, if a particular person says that he is spiritually so advanced, he can heal you, means heal other people, why is he not healing himself? That's the question that arrives, right? Let me answer one thing. Why is he or she not healing herself or himself in that space? The best example again goes back to all the great people that we know. जितने लोगों को हम जानते हो, वो चाहे विवेकानंद हो, who died very early in his life, could not he have stayed for a long time? Yes, he could have. Then why did he die? Coming to Ramana Maharshi, we all know he had another problem. We know Ramakrishna Paramahansa has a problem, right? Everyone had a physical problem, starting from the gods that we know. शिव भी रोए पार्वती के लिए, सॉरी सती के लिए, सती भी जली. So what are all these things? Now we are talking about a person as a guru or a spiritual master who is having this pain and problem. But pain and problem also was there for Rama and Krishna. Pain and problem was there for even all the avatars that he has taken. Was it not? It was. अगर दर्द नहीं होता तो परशुराम 17 बार जाके क्यों युद्ध करे? What was the reason behind that? That means that there is a process you have to go through when you are in a physical realm. अगर आप गुरु तत्व के बारे में बात करोगे, अगर आप देवत्व के बारे में बात करोगे, the spiritual realm, if you are talking, it can heal itself absolutely fine just like you. आप बोलोगे ये कैसे हो सकता है? You are in pain or problem because you are in a body. Yes or no? You are in a body, that's why you are in the pain and problem. When you are in deep sleep, where you are no more the body nor the mind. Tell me what problem, what pain? That means the person whom you are looking at as a spiritual leader or a master or a guru, can't you see that he has already taken pains for you and he is already here, which is not even required for him? उसको ये ड्रामा की जरूरत ही नहीं है. But yet, as I said, you cannot create a jewelry out of 24 karat gold or pure gold. You need to put some things into that. उसमें कुछ ना कुछ अशुद्धि डालना पड़ेगा. उसी तरीके से whenever you take a form of a human, let it say to Ram, Krishna or all the avatars that I am speaking of, they also took a form, but in order to take a form, you cannot be made out of pure gold. You should have some ashuddhi in you, and that ashuddhi is nothing else but the pains and the pains that you go through. It is not past karmic karmas because they don't have a past karmic life. Many a times it happens, they don't even have a past karmic life. Now people can say, okay, Ram got this problem because in his previous life he did that. Acha, then what was the first one? उस समय वैसा क्यों हुआ उसके साथ? Then the question again comes, that means it is not karmic only. At times it is the creation process. Creation process will always have a flaw in it. Because if it is not a creation, it is already in a space of absolute, क्या कहते हैं, वो अशुद्धि नहीं, in its purest form. So when it in its purest form, there is no need, there is no pain, there is no gain, there is no loss, there is no tension, nothing. But whenever they have taken a form, tension starts. Things has to be taken care. They have to work. Now, let alone all the gurus again. Let's go to all the Peer and Paigambars also. Did they have pain or not? Not this religion. Let's go to any religion, na? Did they have the pain or not? आपके जो थे उनको भी दर्द हुआ है, उनकी भी मृत्यु हुई है. They have also gone through pain, tension, issues, and yet died. That means what's the reality of this space? The reality of the space is whenever you will take a form, you will go through all this. But all that matters is, are you suffering with it? Have you seen? You might have seen all the great sages going through all this problem in that their physical level, but have they gone through the sorrow of it? क्या वो उसके अंदर थे? वो सब क्या हो गए? The example that I gave you, Sumaji, upadhi. Means this disease has become a upadhi for that body. But is he really suffering with that? No, it is just reflecting it. Similarly, next step, it can heal itself. But after that, you cannot see them. Is it okay with you? Because he will transcend this body so that it is no more in pain or problem or disease that you think to be from your side. Then what it will do? It will appear in its pure essence, and essence cannot be seen, cannot be caught. उसे पकड़ा नहीं जा सकता. फिर the intention of he coming here will be failed. Why? Because he appeared in a form in front of you so that he can teach you the way you are. क्योंकि आकाशवाणी अगर होने लगे तो आप उसे मानोगे नहीं, या तो डर जाओगे या तो मर जाओगे। क्यों डर जाओगे? अरे ये कौन बोल रहा है। क्यों मर जाओगे? भूत आ गया। भगवान की आकाशवाणी सुनाई नहीं देगी, भूत की पक्का सुनाई देती है सबको। एंड दैट इज वेयर, बिकॉज द फियर इज लाइंग विद इन मी। मैंने वो अभयता को प्राप्त नहीं किया, राइट? सो इन दिस केस, वन रीजन is they don't heal themselves in the way because they want to complete their journey fast. Second thing, they go through the pain might be because of you. They have taken your things upon them. और तुम में इतनी सामर्थ्य भी नहीं है, ना ही शक्ति है तुमको कि you can even see that, or they will tell you. They won't tell you that, but they take it over all over on them. Then what should you do in that space? So here it is their benevolence that despite the pain, they are still walking among you. उसकी दया है, उनका grace है. We know a beautiful soul, a beautiful sage that we know. उनके 2 किडनी खराब है, वो क्यों बैठ के बात करते हैं आपके साथ? बताओ क्या रीजन है? उनको आपसे कुछ चाहिए? नो, वो देने बैठे हैं। वो कहते हैं ये शरीर तो नश्वर है, छूट जाएगा, लेकिन जाने से पहले कुछ तो सिखा के चला जाओ जिससे तुम्हारी मुक्ति हो जाए। Is it wrong at their level? I don't say it is a wrong at their level. It is a absolute, क्या कहते हैं ना, पागलपन है आप लोगों के लेवल पे जो ये सवाल भी पूछता है। You are so sick and tired that you see sickness and tiredness everywhere because you have filled yourself with that. लेकिन जो लोग, the people, those who walk on the path of spirituality, what has happened to them? They have started seeing the grace in them, and that's what they see outside there as well. So, Sumaji, a beautiful question. There are many things that they hide. वो कहते हैं ना, गुरु वो छुपाना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन बहुत सारे चीजें वो छुपाते हैं आपसे, क्योंकि वो अगर आपको बता दिए तो आप सह नहीं पाओगे। कौन नहीं सह पाएगा? जो सच्चा भक्त है, मीन्स द वन हु रियली have dedicated themselves, they will never able to digest that this person has taken so much of for me. बाकी जो कुछ करते नहीं है ना, उनके पास सब कुछ रहता है बोलने के लिए। ऐसा नहीं हुआ, वैसा नहीं हुआ। अच्छा, तुमने क्या किया? What did you do? झाड़ू लगाए थे उसके घर पे? Have you taken care of him? Rather than saying that why this person has to go to the hospital, why can't I think that this person at least is bringing smile on so many people's face, and आज तक मैं तो किसी के चेहरे पे हंसी ला नहीं सका, कम से कम let me help him, let me carry him, let me pray for him. क्यों जानते हो? उनके अंदर उतनी उदारता ही नहीं है, उनके अंदर इतना कचरा और कीचड़ भरा हुआ है। All that ugliness is lying within them is coming out as words. डाउट किसी और के ऊपर नहीं है, डाउट उनको खुद के ऊपर है, बट दे विल नेवर टेल दैट, दैट्स व्हाई दे पुट द ब्लेम ऑन समबडी एल्स। ये कचरा क्या है उसके अंदर? व्हाट इज दैट? यू सी, वो क्या चाहते हैं जानते हो? अंगूर खट्टे हैं, द ग्रेप्स आर सोर। व्हाई द ग्रेप्स आर सोर? बिकॉज आई डोंट have the power to heal myself. How can he? दूसरी बात, why are people not listening to me? Why are they listening to them? Why millions of people are following him? Why they are not even two? My own children are not listening to me. They are sad about that, and their sadness has become the rakas. इतना खराब हो गया that words, they spill out poison only. Why? Because they have not planted a temple within them. They have planted a poison tree. Why did they translate like planted a poison tree? Because they didn't knew, out of ignorance it has grown. What can help them come out of it? Spirituality. And that master is sitting there taking your poison to heal you so that it can create a beautiful temple within you. And then, even without knowing, we say, why can't he heal himself or herself? Fourth point, he knows the body has to go. It knows I am not the body, not the mind. It will fall anyways. How beautifully I keep it. We all know Michael Jackson. You have heard of his name, right? He had nearly 34 doctors taking care of him so that he should not die. But he died much earlier than that. Rather than a common person who walks on the street, he lives much more than him. What happened? Overdoing. इसका मतलब आप दुनिया के डॉक्टर्स हायर कर सकते हो, लेकिन बचाना या मारना किसी और के हाथ में है. Whether you die today or after 100 years, it is in the hand of somebody else, not in your hand. So stop telling all those stories. Understand the grace of these people. And yes, उसके लिए क्वेश्चन कर सकते हो, जो you can ask a question for some people, those who are doing the drama. कि मैं ये हूं, मैं वो हूं, इतना दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ, ये लेके आओ, वो लेके जाओ. If you are doing, somebody is doing that, then understand क्या चल रहा है वहां पे. और then अचानक नाचने लगते. अरे ऐसे देवी आती है, और देवी बॉटल उठा लेती है मुंह पे. ऐसे कौन सी देवी है भाई? हाँ, ऐसे लोगों के लिए बिल्कुल पूछ सकते हो. एंड मैं भी पूछूंगा कि भाई देवी आई है तो देवी को बोलो ठीक करने के लिए ना. और देवी को जब तक नशा नहीं आता, देवी नाचती नहीं. ये कौन सी देवी है? एंड भाई there are too many of it. Too many of it. And when I look at them and at the followers that they have, I say, Prabhu, Prabhu, Prabhu. रक्षा करे भाई सबकी. It's so funny at times I see like how crazy people can be. सारे जगह पे बुद्धि लगती है, उस जगह पे बुद्धि फेल हो जाती है जाके. Can't you even see? चलो. So only one thing is Umaji. It is not about the other person that I'm seeing. I say, have you attained to that space? You attain to that space, and then you will be least bothered about what is happening to the physicality. You'll be least bothered about it. Why? Because you have realized you are not this body. And you are just using it as a tool to help people pull out from their miseries, to pull out from their sorrows, to pull out from their problems. And then coming to other people, not only the gurus, the people, those who are walking on the path of spirituality, then some people can ask the same question to you. तुम तो इतना पूजा पाठ करते हो, फिर तुम्हारा तबीयत कैसे खराब हो गया? Might be people will be asking, how can you can fall ill because you are doing so much? ये भी पूछा है ना? People must have asked you. जैसे पूछते हैं, तुम इतना पूजा करते हो, फिर तुमको गुस्सा कैसे आता है? How do you get angry then? You say you have been doing so much of sadhana. Then how do you get angry? And people know that that is the only thing that they can catch hold of you. And they say, Dekha. Now, you have to understand one thing, that you are in the process of becoming. You are in the process of becoming, experiencing what you are. And then the day you absolutely sit in that space, which is our ultimate goal anyways, that you reach to that space and you don't come back. So what will happen in that space? In this, ये छोटे से जितना भी आप चले हो, आप चाहे अपने आप को किंडरगार्टन का मानो या you have reached somewhere in spirituality, how do you feel about certain things? Haven't you become more compassionate to things? Haven't you started crying more? लोग बोलते रोज रो लेते हैं. क्यों रोते हैं हम? हमारे घर वाले बोलते क्यों रो रहे हो? नहीं, पहले वाला रोना अलग था, अब का रोना अलग है. तब दुखी होके रोता था, अब सुखी होके रो रहा हूं. पहले इसलिए रोता था क्योंकि दर्द इतना ज्यादा था कि आंसू बह जाते. देयर वाज सो मच ऑफ पेन दैट द tears were coming. Now there is so much of happiness that the tears are flowing. इतना है। अगर आप एक स्तर पे पहुंचने के बाद आपके अंदर इतने सारे चेंजेस आ जाते हैं, यू बिकम सो हैप्पी, यू बिकम सो एक्सटाइटिंग, यू वांट टू डू समथिंग रियली गुड, यू आपको सेवा करने में मन लग जाता है, आपको किसी भी तरीके से मदद करने में मन लगता है, चाहे वो दिन भर कुछ ना कर पाऊं, बस तेरा नाम ले लूं बस। व्हाई डू यू फील ऑल दैट? ये क्या मैडनेस है? दिस इज नॉट मैडनेस, दिस इज वेकफुलनेस। तो जब आप इसी स्थिति पे आपके अंदर इतने बदलाव हैं, सो मच ऑफ चेंजेस, so just think of those kind of people, those have already attained to that space. The same problem might have been felt by all our people, those who are into the healing field. Many times they got the problem. Why? So I say, अरे ये खुद हीलर है, देखो खुद प्रॉब्लम है। Can you tell that? No, अरे पागल आदमी, तेरा लेके बैठे हैं वो। Is it not? कभी कभी a doctor, we know that there was a doctor during Corona, and that doctor died out of Corona because he got contaminated almost for 3 or 4 times. We have all heard the story. Can I tell that doctor why he's a doctor, why he got into that? And why he again and again came back? He has a very clear goal in his mind. He says, let me die, but I will save people. Can you call that person as a mad person or inefficient person or insufficient person? Mad, whatever will you call? No, you cannot call him. Uska intention itna brihat hai. His intention was so clear that let me die, but at least I will save you. And he has given his body away for that. He left because he was very clear in what he was doing. So the clarity when it appears within you, that I am no more here for myself. I'm all here for all the people, those who are with me. I'm just here to do the things for the cosmos. That day, you will forget everything about yourself. It does not matter. Absolutely does not matter. And I keep on saying again and again, people say, wow, what a beautiful dress you are wearing. No, it's because you have decorated me that way. That's it. Does it matter whether I wear this or not? No. No way. And I love the way, like the Chidila's friend, he came and met me. He was asking him, do your Guruji eats pizza? I say, yeah, absolutely. He eats pizza and a whole piece altogether. And when he is with kids, he also fights with them to take the last piece. Right? So Sumaji, it was really a good question. That is actually many people don't get that answer for. But it's all grace. And that is the design as well. Okay? So hopefully I answered your question. So now I will move on to Sunil ji.
Yeah, thank you, Sumaji. Sunil ji, please unmute yourself.
Okay.
Hi, sir. So I'm a student, and today we were talking about Vivekananda ji, right? आज स्वामी विवेकानंद जी। तो उन्हें हमें सुना है बचपन में कि वो किताब पे हाथ रख के थोड़ा देर रहते थे और पूरा ज्ञान
Entire book has to be downloaded within them.
Yeah. So
Okay.
student होने की वजह से I was thinking, oh, power is like a superpower. How
Superpower.
how can a student develop that kind of power?
Oh, okay. So you come actually now, you don't come with questions, you come with sessions actually. Because आपके जो questions है ना, उसके ऊपर पूरे sessions हो सकते हैं. So coming to the way the students can actually get into that. See, it's absolutely a higher level of concentrating state. Means it's, you say it's just a book. No, you might have seen in many movies or in sci-fi movies and all those things, they put a hand and they can see what is going to happen to them, right? Means they have gotten, even there is one person in this, I don't know, like he's still alive or not. He was in a war, right? In a war, and after that he was very close where a landmine bursted.
Mhm.
And he got severely impacted with that. But when he was getting treated, he also developed a power in his hand. Wherever he keeps it, he knows everything about the other person.
Mhm.
He can tell what has happened to him in the past, now, or what is going to happen to him in the. But the most dangerous thing happened to him is he started seeing people dying when they are going to die. वो बहुत डर गया उसके लिए. For that he had to go to treatment and all those things. Now, good things and bad things coming together. Because when you have the power, let's say you have a magnifying glass, you can see all that you have to. Most simplified example is, Sunilji, the day we learnt ABCD and how to create words and alphabets, now whenever we are going on the street, all the billboards, whatever it is written, it is automatically reading it.
Yeah.
Yes or no? It is of no use to you, but still it is getting reading it. Why? Because it has gotten the power to read and understand. That's why even when you are not focusing, it is still grabbing that. So one thing that will happen, it is possible to get that kind of knowledge. And at the same time, it is dangerous. Why dangerous? As I said, the things that are not even required to you start experiencing all that. That's why I don't suggest that. Yes, for students, for having concentration and really focusful studies and all those things, there are beautiful processes that can be given. Yet, coming to a higher level of answer that you asked, how can they put their hand and learn everything? If you know ABCD, can you write a book or not? That means the entire book is already part of 26 alphabets only. From ages, people have been creating music, but notes are only 7. The mixing and matching and combination of all that, that means if you know the source of each thing, you know whatever it is going to come after that. Here, in the case of Swami Vivekananda, he had gotten a power, a space that he was so completely into everything. Means he should, अब जो कहते हैं ना वो हाथ रखते हैं, that process is called as he has become that book. Means he became the book in such a way that the book has completely become a part of it. ये कैसे हो सकता है, आप पूछ सकते हो मुझे. And I give a beautiful example for that. Shall I? How can a thing that is outside me become me? ये सवाल आ सकता है सबको. Okay. So very beautiful answer. Do you have a bottle around? Water bottle around with you? Very good. So thank God. Okay. What is there in the bottle? Obviously, there should be water, not energy drink, right? Okay. So you tasted. Now, is it water?
Yeah, it's my part of my body.
Right. So similarly, what I say, when you know how to bring a certain thing into your realm, your realm means now as a normal human being, we can only say through the outline of our body. Beyond that, I'm not able to feel anything, right? But in the yogic stature, in the yogic state, in the deeper state of consciousness, when you establish a range that is far beyond your body, as far as you extend yourself, all that is within your aura, all that is within your realm becomes you. Now, who can tell better than you about yourself? Right? So similarly, what happens is they extend themselves in such a way. अपने आप को expand करते. They expand in such a way that that comes into their realm and it becomes them. And then they know nook and corners of it. So that's how he used to do that. And there are processes to do that. Or with the advent of science, they have also started saying like speed reading.
Yes.
They're teaching speed reading. They are also teaching that activation, what they call, there is another scientific way. बच्चों के like they put a blindfold to the kid and the kid can still say the numbers, the color and all those things. Midbrain activation. But with midbrain activation, many people also got very typical experiences which they should not. Very dangerous, you see. So, Sunil, do you want to get that kind of siddhi or what? Like, oh, he wants to. Okay. So it is
Yeah,
for
I mean, like,
living. Okay.
there are dangers in life. I will like But I think
A careful driver,
so
right?
yeah, I mean, like, I think so, as a human being or as a soul, we should always do better for good only.
Yes.
Uh, so there are always like yin and yang, like every good power has a bad attached to it. But if I can, I think
Yeah, why not? Why not is
I
the
think,
question,
I
right?
think,
Why not?
yeah,
Okay.
actually, yeah, they say that be careful what you wish for them.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for, because whatever we know what you have to keep it. Okay. Yes, there are sadhanas that can be done. Yet, Sunilji, all that thing. Can you tell me one thing that I keep on asking? I will not deny that I cannot teach you, or I will not tell you how to do that. But my question is, even if I get that power,
Mhm.
will I be free? Will I be happy? See, I don't deny you should not have the knowledge. I don't deny you should not learn. I'm not denying that. My question is very simple. See, that keeps you free from all that we do.
Yes.
राइट यहाँ पे भी हमने जो एक बात कही थी ना सुनील जी, लाइक डू यू, ये आप कामना से कर रहे हो या करुणा से? मीन्स आई वांट टू लर्न दैट सो दैट आई कैन शो, और आई वांट टू लर्न दैट सो दैट आई कैन हेल्प.
I want to learn that because so I can help and I can become show. There's nobody to show. It's all.
Right. Get that. So that means you want to do a seva, but you don't want to get anything in return, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
yes.
Get that. That's how karuna works. Yet when you don't even want to take something, yet something comes back to you. At least the sorrow of those people, the problem of those people come to you. Whether
Yes.
you take it or not, it reaches you anyways. But still, Sunil, for that, you can basically start with Tratak. Don't take Tratak very as a easy thing. हम जिस तरीके से बता देते हैं और आप उसको करके निकल जाते हो, आपको लगता है बहुत. If you can only master Tratak, Tratak is nothing else, Sunil ji. Just draw a point on the wall, which is just 1.5 hands away from you. You can sit. The level of that dot should be exactly in the level of your eye, so that you can comfortably look at it. And your entire focus should be there on that dot. When you just sit in front of it and you don't chant any mantra, you don't do anything, you gaze at that dot. Your eyes will blink, your eyes will start tearing up. Means there will be tears in your eyes. Some days you might be, first initially you might only be able to watch it for a few seconds. Slowly it will grow into a minute. It is said, Sunilji, if you master Tratak for 45 minutes, you don't blink. 45 minutes. And it is achievable, and people have achieved it, because in our group, there are people, those who have almost reached to 30-minute kind of stage where they're not blinking. In our group, I'm talking. 30 मिनट तक आंख ऐसे के वैसे ही खोल के बैठ के देख सकते हैं. Now, Sunilji, the moment you reach to that 45-minute mark, the 46th minute, everything opens up. Why? Because now the two eyes have become so stable that the third eye has to open. Tratak has that power. 46th minute. The log puchte, why only 46th minute? So very, very simple. Water does not boil at 99 and does not boil at 101 also. Exact 100 degrees. That's it. आपको वही करना है. So if you start with small little concentration practices, and with that, it is not only that you will have clarity and focus, and even then you don't have to put a hand on a book. You just look at that and it becomes you. You don't have to even ask the name of a person. You just look at them and you know what's going on. अब कुछ लोग बड़ा जोश में आ गए, जानते हैं सुनील जी? Some people have gotten motivated and looking each other and laughing, and then they say, tomorrow let's practice this only, so that we know what the other person is thinking about me. But here the problem will be if the family is sitting and both are doing. अब बड़ा मजा आएगा. The class of titans will start. तू भी वही सोच रहा है क्या? मैं भी वही सोच रहा हूँ. That's good. So Sunil ji, start with this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but there are certain things that you should remember. At times, with open eyes, you will see certain hallucinations happening. Immediately nahi hoga. When you are going towards the 15, 16 minutes, you are crossing that, some lights will appear. Don't stop there. Continue looking at it. After the 25th, 26th mark appears, then you will see figures all around. Don't stop. You have to transcend that also. Not necessarily those will be deformed or scary things, but you will feel that way. But continue your sadhana. At the 30th, 31st mark, all that will vanish. All that you see is vacuum. You have become the dot. Yet you are something. But when you are going beyond that slowly towards the 45th mark, it's like some things will come and वो कैसा होता है ना, आपके सामने मंत्र आविर्भूत होने लगते हैं. Mantras will start showcasing themselves. After that, what happens? Then it's like a projection of a telescope. You are sitting at one place, yet you are seeing far off things which are millions of light years away. So that is what we can say as a telescopic view of the mind. You are utilizing the same mind which could not see beyond certain thing, but you have made as a telescope. Now it can see whatever you want to see. After that 45th mark, it would be as if the entire cosmos has told you the secret. So these simple things have that power, but are we utilizing all that thing? किसके पास समय है? And it is not a quick fix. लोग कहते हैं मैं आज कर देता हूं, कल हो जाएगा. अरे एक मिनट आंख खोल के नहीं बैठ सकते आप. You cannot even sit for that moment. Everything, every mantra has that power. So you can start with the Tratak. Even the students can do that. But for students, we should not recommend that they should do it for that long. For a student, if they are doing it with blinking eyes for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's good enough. But if a student is doing it with open eyes and it is able to reach to that 2-3 minute mark also, uska concentration ka level kuch alag hi hoga. And some people are thinking, काश हमें बचपन में बोला गया होता तो भी यहीं बैठते थे, अच्छा हुआ बोला नहीं गया, कम से कम यहाँ तो पहुंचे, तो कहीं और होते थे. Okay, at times ignorance is bliss, not always. See, Sumaji, your question is, do they need to chant mantra with it? If they want to do it for studies, so either like Saraswati or Ganesha, they can do the बीज मंत्र. हमने हर बार वही कहा है ना, आईम जो बीज मंत्र है, if can that continue within themselves, not to speak, अपने अंदर चलते रहना. The focus is on one thing and अंदर वो जाप चल रहा है. It will have a dramatic effect on them. Dramatic. Or Sunil ji, in certain schools we have already experimented this and the teachers are so happy. He said, how beautifully our kids are learning now, even without any trouble. That itself is a clear-cut indication that it is working. लेकिन साधक के लेवल पे तो अलग लेवल पे खेल होता है. It's absolutely another game altogether. But amazing. करो, देखते हैं कहाँ जाते हो. कहीं रुके, please ask. I will help you with again that.
Yes.
And don't worry, I have million type of processes for you.
Thank you.
ओके, थैंक यू। चलिए सुधा जी,
Thank
फाइनली
you,
आपका।
Sunil ji. Sudha ji, please unmute yourself.
प्रणाम जी।
प्रणाम सुधा जी।
क्वेश्चन तो कुछ खास नहीं है। अभी जैसे उन्होंने पूछा था हल्दी वाला प्रोसेस जो पूछा था
ओके,
कि आपने कहा उसको बहा देना चाहिए, अगर वो ठीक ठाक रखी है तब भी उसको बहा देना का टाइम आ गया,
नहीं,
मैं कहीं कुछ नहीं
इसीलिए
हुआ।
मैंने आपके ऊपर छोड़ दिया है। मैंने कहा कि 3 महीना, 4 महीना, 6 महीना, जब तक इट इज इंटैक्ट, अशुद्धि नहीं हुई उसमें,
अच्छा,
उसको रख सकते हो। अगर उसमें बदलाव आ रहे हैं, शरीर बदलने का समय है। उसका मतलब वो पोटली बदल दो। एक ही चीज होता है सुधा जी, हम जो पोटली बनाते हैं, मेनी पीपल थिंक इट इज जस्ट अ इंग्रेडिएंट ऑफ थिंग्स। इट्स नॉट जस्ट अ इंग्रेडिएंट ऑफ थिंग्स, इट इज जस्ट लाइक few things are combined together to make a human body, few things are combined together to make an animal, few things are combined together। वही पंच धातु हैं, लेकिन किस मिश्रण से क्या बनता है उसी के हिसाब से कार्यरत होता है। तो हम जब एक पोटली बांधते हैं, पोटली कुछ और नहीं है, वो भी उसी के एक स्वरूप बनाया जाता है जिसकी हम पूजा कर रहे हैं। और उसके अंदर प्राण कैसे डाला जाता है? थ्रू मंत्रस। तो वो भी उसी शरीर की तरह है। और मैंने क्यों कहा कि उसी जगह पे रखो, सो दैट द वाइब्रेशनल फ्रीक्वेंसीज आर स्टिल देयर।
ये तो गुरुदेव आप बता रहे हैं जो 5 चीजें आपने पहन कर रखी थी, मैं वो पूछ रही जो आपने हल्दी की गांठ 16 या फिर 12 कुछ
13
रखवाई थी ना। हाँ 13, मैं उनकी बात कर रही हूँ, वो भी वही रखी रहने दें अगर सही
नहीं,
है तो।
अभी और जरूरत नहीं है उनकी,
अब उनकी जरूरत नहीं
वो
है, उनको
बिल्कुल
पानी
बहा
लगा
दो उसको पानी में। देयर इज नो नीड फॉर देम।
तो दूसरा ये जैसे अभी चित्तलास ने पूछा था कि जब वो शीशे में देखता है तो उसको लगता है कि कौन था।
अरे
ठीक है, शुरू में आप शीशे में देखते हैं आपको लगता है मैं हूं। तो धीरे धीरे आप अगर ये चेंज आता है, फिर वो देख के लगने लगता है कि कौन है, ये थोड़ी अजीब सी फीलिंग आने लगती है, वो क्या है।
अजीब तो लगनी चाहिए ना। यही तो अजीब बात है कि लोगों को अजीब नहीं लगता है। जिसको अजीब लगता है उसका मतलब वो जागने लगा है। जिसको अजीब नहीं लग रहा है उसको सोया हुआ है कि अरे ये तो मैं ही हूं। तुम्हें कैसे पता वो मिरर, अगर लेट से हम आज तक अपने आप को एक तरीके का सोचते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द इमेज दैट वी सी इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस। अभी कैमरा में देख रहा हूं या मिरर में देख रहा हूं, व्हाट इफ दीज आर इल्यूजन्स? आई लुक एक्चुअली समथिंग डिफरेंट। मैं कुछ अलग ही दिखता हूँ, लेकिन ये मिरर ऐसा है कि इसमें ऐसा दिखता हूँ। जैसे भी इफ यू गो टू ए मिराज, मिरर का जो इमेजेस जहाँ पे मिराज होता है,
कई तरह
एक
का
मिरर
होता
के
है।
सामने देखो, आप लंबे दिखोगे, छोटे दिखोगे, नाटे दिखोगे, पतले दिखोगे, गोरे दिखोगे, काले दिखोगे। Am I that? No. And if all the mirrors were like that, let's say दुनिया में जितने मिरर है सब में सब मोटे ही दिखे, तो हर कोई मोटा ही होता था। And they must be feeling that way within themselves कि मैं ऐसा हूं। So similarly, all that flat mirrors that we have created, what if they are not real? That question should arise. और क्वेश्चन आने लगा है तो इसका मतलब मुक्ति की मार्ग में चलोगे। That you are slowly even getting detached to your own self, to your own image, and to everything that you think yourself to be. That's a beautiful space. Attain it completely. पूर्ण तरीके से उसे अपना लो। Then you see, पहले छवि जाएगी, फिर जिसे मानते थे अपना वो भी छूट जाएगा, पता भी नहीं चलेगा। बोलो चलो, इससे भी मुक्त, उससे भी मुक्त। क्योंकि कई सारे लोगों को हमने देखा है ना कि थोड़ा कलर कर देते हैं, थोड़ा पेंट लगा देते हैं। Why? सो दीपिका जी ने एक बहुत सुंदर क्वेश्चन उसके ऊपर रखा है, सुमा लाइक सुधा जी। उन्होंने कहा कि आपने मिरर का बात कह दिया, ठीक है, बट इट इज शोइंग अदर्स एग्जैक्टली हाउ दे लुक, सो आई बिलीव व्हाट आई सी इन मिरर लुक्स लाइक मी। कैन एग्जैक्टली एनीबॉडी टेल यू हाउ यू लुक? आस्क, पूछो किसी को, आपको डिफाइन करके बता दे। अगर दे कैन नॉट exactly tell you how you look, just like the mirror cannot tell you exactly how you look. सीधा सीधा जब आप मिरर के सामने खड़े होते हो, आपका राइट हैंड लेफ्ट हैंड बन जाता है। कहाँ सच्चाई दिखाता है बताओ? Then, okay, the world will freak out now. It will be horror movie. It depends, Deepika ji, if you want to see the horror movie or not. हॉरर मूवी तो तब होगा जब आप मूव कर गए लेकिन इमेज वहीं का वहीं रह गया. No, that won't be a horror movie. You can still think it has taken a picture of me and it loves me so much that it has kept a picture within that. आपके घर में फोटो तो लगे हुए हैं ना आपके घर में, आप उसके सामने मूव करें तो वो तो नहीं हिलता ना, उसको तो हॉरर मूवी नहीं कहते हम. That means because the concept of horror movie has shown that if you move and your image stays on the mirror, then it is horror. अरे नहीं, फोटो भी हो सकता है. ओके, सो सुधा जी मैं आता हूं आपके पास. स्क्रीन सेवर ऑन द मिरर ऑफ द मिरर. यस, दैट कुड बी ग्रेट. अ स्क्रीन सेवर ऑफ द मिरर टेक्नोलॉजिकली रियली हो भी सकता है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता. बट ऑल दैट इज, डू यू रियली फील योरसेल्फ टू बी व्हाट यू सी ऑन द मिरर? Because what you thought yourself to be 10 years ago and what you think yourself to be today in the mirror is not the same. That means it is just a momentary thing that you are seeing, and the momentary thing is ever changing. But the one who was seeing itself at that level has not changed. That's why it says, yesterday I looked like this, today I'm looking like that. Or else, how does it matter what color you have changed, what dress you have changed? But the observer of that is there. That's why it sees different colors. So who is the observer here? Ye pucho. And then she has added up one more question to it, I think. Okay. Not even on a physical level at that moment. That would be so amazing. You will be so relieved of so much of pain in this body. ओके, सुधा जी और कुछ था आपके पास? यस.
हाँ, एक चीज हो रही है, जैसे अभी आपने एक चाकू वाला एग्जांपल दिया था.
ओ माय गॉड, वेरी डेंजरस.
नहीं कि वो चाकू का कोई दोष नहीं है अगर वो किसी को मार रहा है. अगर ऐसे हम पंडित जी को बुलाते हैं तो ऊपर वाले ने मान लो हमें ये दिया कि भाई ठीक है आप पाठ करवाओ या जो करवाओ, तो जो अच्छा श्रेय होता है इसका मतलब वो ही उसी को जा रहा है और खराब हो रहा है तो जा रहा है. हम जब
नहीं
करता
नहीं
है
नहीं 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 नहीं.
हाँ,
किसने करवाया? मास्टरमाइंड का भी एग्जांपल दिया ना मैंने, कि मैंने कहा तू ये कर. लेट्स से वही एग्जांपल आता है ना कि आपने करवाया, किसने करवाया, और वो किसका गोत्र और नाम लेके करता है.
नाम हमारी लेगा अगर
तो लेट्स से वेदर आई सेंड ए मेल टू माई सेल्फ और आई आस्क यू टू सेंड ए मेल टू माई आईडी, जो मेरा मेल आईडी है, मेल विल स्टिल रीच टू मी.
नहीं, लेकिन जब एक बार कही बुद्धि, जब हम करता नहीं है, करता कोई और है, हम खाली माध्यम है.
ओके.
तो जो करवा रहा है हमारे थ्रू, इसका अच्छा या बुरा श्रेय तो सब उसी को जाता है.
बिल्कुल जाएगा. जब आप वो करता या धरता नहीं हो तब आप माध्यम बन जाओ ना. सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके मन में माध्यम ही हो, ये मन में रहना चाहिए.
ठीक है, हमारे मन में ये है माध्यम है,
तो फिर जो भी है उसको जाने दो.
लेकिन फिर हम पंडित जी से नाम गोत्र सब कुछ उनको बताएंगे, इसका फल बच्चों को मिले हमें मिले, ये सब भी वो कहेंगे. ये सब आ गया ना,
आएगा.
हाँ, आ गया. तो इस सब में हम कहाँ हैं और जो हमसे करवा रहा है वो कहाँ है, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ.
ओके, वेरी गुड. एक ही है. अगर करवा भी रहा है और हमसे बुलवा भी रहा है, वो गोत्र और नाम वो देखे. He should see that.
फिर कोई गलती होती तब भी वो देखे, इसका मतलब. तो इसका मतलब हमें ये कहने की जरूरत तो है नहीं पंडित जी आपने किया कि हमें श्रोदान दे के जाओ, कोई जरूरत नहीं है इसका मतलब.
नहीं है, लेकिन उस लेवल का सोच, उस लेवल का स्तर जिस दिन पहुंच गए, ये सारे चीजें छूट जाएंगे सुधा जी. तो यहाँ पे अगर कुछ कार्य मेरे हाथ से करवाया जा रहा है, उसमें भी करने के पीछे किसी का कल्याण छुपा होगा। तो ये जो कार्य मेरे हाथ से करवाया जा रहा है, ये मैं किसी के कल्याण के लिए कर रहा हूं। करने वाला ये हाथ है, करवाने वाला तू है। तो यहां पे कैसा है, इट जस्ट लाइक दिस। उसका भी आंसर अगर समझना है तो देर इज ए डायरेक्टर प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ ए मूवी, देर इज ए एक्टर ऑफ द मूवी एंड देर इज ए ऑडियंस ऑफ द मूवी, राइट। जो डायरेक्टर है, जो प्रोड्यूसर है, वो कभी दिखेगा नहीं, बट विदाउट देम कैन इट बी डन? नहीं। एक्टर जो है, क्योंकि वो एक्टिंग करता है, he also gets some money of the movie, but the spectator of that, जो ऑडियंस बन के आता है, वो भी आता है खर्चा करके, वहां बैठता है और पैसे दे के जाते हैं, एंटरटेनमेंट होता है उसका, ओके। लेकिन कुछ पैसे एक्टर को मिलता है और कुछ प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर को। वैसे भी आपने कहा कि जो करवा रहा है वो कहाँ है, उस करवाने वाले को ही तो आपने बुलाया उसकी पूजा करने। मीन्स जिस दिन आपको यह समझ आ गया कि मैं उसकी पूजा कर नहीं सकता, वो स्वयं अपनी पूजा खुद बैठ के करता है, तब आपको समझ में आएगा कि ये तो बड़ा रहस्य है भाई। तब आपको ये भी दिखेगा कि अगर मेरे हाथ से करवा रहा है तो वो भी मैं ही हूं, जो पंडित बैठ के कर रहा है वो भी वही है, जो सामने फोटो है वो भी वही है, कलश भी वही है। तो कौन है ये सब? वो सब एक है। उस दिन अनेकम एकम भवति हो जाएगा, ये सारे एक ही है, सब ड्रामा है। वो स्तर, वो स्थिति। अब बताओ कौन कर रहा है किसकी पूजा? जैसे शिव बैठ के राम का ध्यान कर रहे, राम बैठ के शिव का, कि कौन किसका ध्यान कर रहा है? क्योंकि वो दो है ही नहीं। जिस दिन वो दो मिट जाता है ना, तो आप ही सब कुछ। करता मैं, करवाता मैं, धर्म में, सब में।
जैसे अभी आपने एक और कहा था, जब भी अवतार लेके आए हैं तो उनको कोई ना कोई कष्ट हुआ है या जिंदगी में। लेकिन जो शिव थे वो तो कोई अवतार लेके कभी नहीं आए। जब सती की डेथ होती है तो उनको कंधे पे लेके वो क्या था जो वो घूम
ओके,
रहे हैं?
ओके। मैंने अवतार नहीं कहा सुधा जी, मैंने कहा जब भी उन्होंने एक स्वरूप धारण किया
बनाया।
है, इन ऑर्डर टू ब्रिंग एनीथिंग इनटू ए शेप एंड ए फॉर्म, आपको प्योर से नहीं बना सकते, आपके उस अंदर कुछ ना कुछ डालना पड़ेगा। खाली मिट्टी से आप घड़ा नहीं बना सकते, उसके साथ पानी की जरूरत पड़ती है। वो पानी में जब नरम होता है तब घड़ा को बनाते हो, फिर फायर में डालते हो तब रहता है वो। इसका मतलब कुछ ना कुछ चीजों को डालना पड़ेगा इन द प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म। मेकिंग इट इन द प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म इज नॉट पॉसिबल। कोई भी स्वरूप अगर धारण करना है तो उसको एक आकार देना पड़ता है, और आकार प्योरिटी से नहीं आएगा। प्योर कैन नॉट टेक ए फॉर्म, इट हैज टू हैव सम इम्प्योरिटीज। तो मैंने स्वरूप का बात किया था।
तो जो शिव का दिखाते हैं ना, सती के देव में वो लेके उनको घूम रहे हैं,
Okay.
वो जो उनका आकार है उन्होंने धारण किया था, इस वजह से वो दिखाया।
हाँ, और कैसे होगा? अगर शिव का कोई आकार ही नहीं होता, सती का कोई आकार ही नहीं होता, तो जलता क्या? व्हाट विल बर्न? हाउ वुड यू सी समथिंग बर्निंग? आपके सामने जब आप अग्नि जलाते हो, आपके सामने वायु भी जलता है साथ में। विदाउट एयर फायर कैनॉट बर्न, विदाउट ऑक्सीजन फायर कैनॉट बर्न। कैन यू सी द फायर? यस। कैन यू सी द एयर और द ऑक्सीजन? नो। वाई? फायर हैज ए फ्रेम ऑफ इट, मतलब एक रूप है, एक स्वरूप है उसका। वायु का स्वरूप नहीं है, इसलिए वो जलता तो है, दिखता नहीं है। But in order to make you people all experience it in the physical body and make you understand that if you are in the physical body, ये सारे चीजें हो सकती है। हमारे पुराण जितने हैं ना सुधा जी, उनको अगर ध्यान से पढ़ोगे तो देखोगे वो सारी चीजें ये बताई गई है कि ये सारी चीजें हो सकती है तुम्हारे साथ। जाके पढ़ लो फिर से, अब देखना वो कुछ और नहीं लिखी गई, वो सारे चीजें। मुझे तो कहीं ना कहीं सुधा जी वो लगता है दैट वाज मस्ट बी द फर्स्ट मूवी दे मेड ए ट्रेंड सेटर कि ऐसी ऐसी मूवी बननी चाहिए, और उसके बाद से हम वही मूवी बनाते जा रहे हैं। इन आवर लाइफ लुक एट अस, हमारे जीवन में भी वही चल रहा है। हमारे जीवन में भी शूर्पणखा आती है, हमारे जीवन में भी रावण है, हमारे जीवन में भी कंस है, हमारे जीवन में कृष्ण है, हमारे जीवन में दुर्योधन है, सारे हैं। वो पहले ही बोल के गए कि यही सब रहेंगे तेरे साथ, तू भगवान भी हो तेरे साथ लेकिन रहेंगे ये लोग। तो सुधा जी उतना ये सारे सवालों के अंदर भी जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। प्रश्न सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ही है, आप कौन हो, आप क्या कर रहे हो। अभी क्या कर रहे हो आप बताओ।
अभी आपको सुना है।
अच्छा,
नहीं, अभी तो देखो मैं ये सोच रही हूँ, जब शिव को इतनी तकलीफ हुई जब वो दुनिया में नहीं आए ना, तो हम लोग तो मानव शरीर में आ रहे हैं, ये
फिर
सब
भी
तो
उसकी
चलेगा।
दया देखो, उसने ज्यादा जहर पिया है आपसे।
ज्यादा नहीं, उसने तो जहर ही पिया है हम लोगों के लिए। ज्यादा और कोई क्या बोलते, जहर ही पिया है उसने।
तो हमारे जीवन में उसने जितनी भी तकलीफें दी है, उसी में कहता हूँ, और एक जगह पे जहाँ पे आपको लगता है ना आपके जीवन में बहुत तकलीफ है, एक बार जाके पढ़ा करो। क्यों कहते हैं कि उनके बारे में पढ़ा करो, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि अरे भाई मेरा कुछ भी नहीं है प्रॉब्लम।
थैंक यू।
सुधा जी रियलाइज,
थैंक यू।
मुझे भगवान के साक्षात्कार होगा नहीं होगा आई डोंट नो, लेकिन मैं क्या अपने आप को जान पाऊंगा, बिकॉज जिस दिन मैंने अपने आप को जाना वो प्रकट हो जाएगा। मीन्स नॉट इन दैट फिजिकल सेंस लाइक आई एम टॉकिंग, वो तो अलग रूप अलग स्वरूप में प्रकट होता है, बट दैट डे आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू डिफरेंशिएट एनीथिंग बिटवीन एनीथिंग। आई थिंक अभी इस क्षण में, in this moment, if there is no noise around you, if there is no distraction around you, and if you just close your eyes and sit now, abhi close your eyes, now tell what is expanding within you, because there is so much of you within this limitations of body that the body does not contain it, it wants to just expand itself. Where are you expanding? Why so much of vacuum? मानो जैसे a thought is coming and you are kicking it hard and it is going somewhere and you are traveling faster. सारी चिंताएं, सारी प्रश्न मानो आपको रोक ही नहीं पा रही हैं। इट्स लाइक यू आर पियर्सिंग थ्रू द वॉल द वेल एंड यू आर जस्ट गोइंग समवेयर। नाउ आस्क हु आर यू। It still has a little bit of hue of who you think yourself to be, but just keep it aside, उसको थोड़ा हटा दो, अब बोलो कौन हो। Can you still feel that you are still connected to the navel point? आपके नाभि, आपके पेट के पास वो भारीपन होगा क्योंकि आप अभी भी उसके साथ जुड़े हुए हो। आपका शरीर उस रूप से जुड़ा हुआ है आपके साथ। योर बॉडी इज अटैच्ड इन दैट स्पेस। बट हु आर यू, वेयर आर यू? क्या आप एक आकार दे सकते हो अपने आप को? कैन यू गिव ए फॉर्म टू योर सेल्फ? अब बताओ कहाँ नहीं हो आप? ऐसा नहीं लगता आप अपने आप में ही ब्रह्मांड हो? यू आर द यूनिवर्स इन योर ओन सेल्फ, यू आर द कॉस्मोस. What is that space that was bound in this body? Who is expressing itself at that huge space? There is nothing. I don't want you to imagine light, color, drama. No. कुछ देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. क्या हो वो बताओ उस स्पेस में आप.
तो कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ ब्लैंक है,
Yes.
कुछ.
ये एकांत है. ये अकेलापन नहीं है, ये एकांत है. यू कैन कम बैक, ओपन योर आइज. तो डरो मत सुधा जी. तो यहां पे एक चीज का बिल्कुल प्रूफ है. दिस इज एक्चुअली अ लिटमस टेस्ट. A litmus test that when I actually transcend this body, I will be in a space where there is nothing. Nothing in the sense, it's not no thing, it is no thought, no pain, no desire. ना कुछ चाह है, ना कोई डर है, ना कुछ पाना है, ना कुछ खोना है, ना कुछ देना है, ना कुछ लेना है. मुक्ति किसे कहते हैं? और मैंने ये कहा है कि यू विल एक्सपीरियंस योर फ्रीडम व्हेन यू आर अलाइव. मरने के बाद आके कोई नहीं बोलता है. बट हियर व्हाट यू आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग राइट नाउ इन दिस मोमेंट, हाउ डू यू फील? आर यू नॉट फ्री ऑलरेडी? बंधन तो बस एक शरीर का है. जिस दिन शरीर छूटा आप फिर वहीं ही पहुंच जाओगे, बिकॉज यू आर ऑलरेडी देयर. यू आर ऑलरेडी सीइंग योरसेल्फ इन दैट स्पेस. हाउ? अब बताओ आपका मुक्ति कौन रोक सकता है? Because it is not even possible to stop it anymore. Not in the hands of anyone anymore. किसी के हाथ में नहीं है. बताओ बंधे हुए हो कि बंधे हुए हो अभी भी, या खुल चुके हो? यू आर फ्री ऑलरेडी. क्या आप मृत्यु के बाद मुक्ति का एहसास करोगे? और लाइट नाउ इन दिस, व्हेन यू आर ब्रीदिंग इन दिस बॉडी, यू आर ऑलरेडी फ्री. हम हवाई बातें नहीं करते सुधा जी. इफ आई से, आई विल प्रूव इट. Because I know who you are and I know who I am. अब बताओ, आंख तो खोल दो. अब देखो अपने आप ध्यान चलेगा अंदर.
नहीं, जो स्पेस में अभी मैं गई हूँ, आप परमानेंट नहीं रह सकती है.
परमानेंट जिस दिन जाना होगा भेज देंगे ना. क्यों टेंशन लेते हो? अभी हो ना, सांस चल रही है ना शरीर में, रुको यहाँ पे अभी. मतलब मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आता सुधा जी, आप लोग इतना जल्दी चले जाना चाहते हो तो फिर हमारे लिए कौन क्या करेगा? फिर सबको निकल जाना है. मैं बोला अच्छा ठीक है, हम तो भेड़ बकरी चरा रहे, सबको भेज के लास्ट में हम ही घर जाएंगे. देखो, is it really that difficult to attain that space? Not for those who have already reached it. इसीलिए मैं कहता हूँ सुधा जी, जितना जो कुछ जीवन में है, जो कुछ भी कर रहे हो, एक ही चीज याद रखना. Start as if you have already reached and do anything that you want to do from that space. मैं पहुंच चुका हूं, अब जिधर भी चलूं कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So people are saying like, अच्छा Suma ji message like when you are around more easy. हाँ, that's why I'm coming twice in a week. And some people in my home are not sleeping because I have not gone yet. I'm still doing the session.
थैंक यू गुरुदेव, इतना सारा टाइम हम लोग आपका ले लेते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच.
सच में आप मेरा समय ले सकते हो. कुछ नहीं ले सकते, कुछ नहीं दे सकते जब हम देना ना चाहे या लेना ना चाहे। मैं चाहूँ तो यहाँ पे एक ही बटन है, जैसे आप लोगों के पास बटन है ना, मेरे पास भी एक लीव बटन है। चलो, तो आज जाके सुधा जी जब निद्रा में जाओ, उस स्थिति को एक बार पहुंचना, उसके बाद सोने चले जाना। अद्भुत अनुभूति। ओके, धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Sudhaji. Yeah,
Very good.
Chidulas, please unmute yourself.
ये तो अगले हफ्ते के लिए था ना, अभी क्यों आ गया फिर?
No, no. Actually, yesterday I've drawn a drawing, so I thought it would be absurd showing you next week. So I just thought of showing to you now.
दिखा दो, मुझे दिखाना होता तो मुझे भेजते, तुम सबको दिखाना चाहते, दिखा दो।
No, no. Like I have a question on it. The question is, I don't understand who I have drawn.
मुझे अच्छा समझ में आता है कि संकल्प जी जब देखते हैं चिदविलास क्वेश्चन पूछता है वो भाग जाते हैं। क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि इसके सवाल मुझे समझ में नहीं। ठीक है, फोटो बताओ, कितने हाथ हैं उसके?
4.
ये तो जैसे स्पाइडर, ब्लैक विडो जैसा दिख रही है वो। 1 2 3 4 4 4 अष्टभुजा है। फिर देखो, कंप्लीटली यू हैव ड्रॉन काइंड ऑफ ए देवी इन दैट। ठीक है, मुझे भेजो इसको एक बार, बिकॉज यू हैव ड्रॉन लॉट मेनी थिंग्स इनटू दैट। उसके अंदर आपने यंत्र को बिल्कुल ऊर्जा की तरह, जस्ट थोड़ा ऊपर उठाओ उसको, टेक इट अप अ लिटिल बिट। ओके, सो इट लुक्स लाइक, ओके, द लेग्स आर नॉट क्लियर, but there is a yantra down there. So yantra has elongated face to that. नीचे थोड़ा नीचे लाओ, नहीं नहीं डाउन, हाँ। So there are 8 hands. Then it above it, उसके ऊपर क्या बनाए हो? So there are many planets and all those things. Okay, it's a clear picture of Yog Maya.
Oh.
It's a clear picture of Yog Maya. क्योंकि you have already drawn the yantra that आपने जो बनाया. Can you see? That's what I say. It's very typical and dangerous at times because you don't even know what you are doing. लेकिन आप जब जान लोगे ना वो सारी चीजें बारे में, that yantra itself indicates Shakti, right? It's a downward triangle. That is a Shakti. And at the same time, it has 8 hands. अष्टभुजा है. हमने कहा था ना कि 8 चीजों की क्यों जरूरत पड़ती है? 8 आप, why I call that योग माया? Because it has 8 hands. 8 hands का मतलब क्या होता है? 5 elements and 3 gunas. That needs to create something. पंच तत्व जुड़ते हैं और 3 गुण लगते हैं किसी चीज को बनाने के लिए in this cosmos. And then what she is doing, she has created the universe above it. What does that mean? It is an indication that Yog Maya, who is creating all this universe, has 8 hands, replicating all these 5 elements and 3 qualities. And now she is in a vision. उसका आंख आप अगर देखोगे, what you have drawn is, it is in a like of a vision field where it is actually creating through focus on those things. योग माया का है. And why I call it as योग माया, not प्रकृति, because its feet are not seen. इसलिए माया है कि उसका पैर कहां पे वो दिखाई नहीं देगा आपको. You cannot see where it is standing. वो ही माया है. And that's why it's a veil. Look at what you have drawn actually. वो पर्दे के जैसा नहीं बनाया आपने. It's a veil. That's how it is. That's why you can clearly indicate that it's Yog Maya, none other than that. Now just tell me one thing, Chidilas. Now I want to ask you a secret. The one who can draw Yog Maya, who is he? अब बोलेगा चिदविलास। वो तो अपने आप को मिरर में देख के ही नहीं समझ पाता। That beautiful drawing, absolutely beautiful drawing. मैं तो कहता हूँ जितना बना है मैं लाके घर में ही लगा देता हूँ यहाँ पे।
Nothing great I can do than that.
हाँ हाँ, मतलब अपने सारे ड्राइंग लाके हमारे घर में लटकाओगे, इससे बड़ी बात क्या कर सकते हो? तो
Really.
चलो, but it is a beautiful one. Like all your drawings as usual. You कुछ अलग लेवल का ही यही है।
Thank you, Guruji.
But you know, God did not give me that kind of way of painting the way you paint, so I use AI. Okay, chalo. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Sidhulas.
Sunil
Sunilji,
ji,
please unmute yourself.
please unmute once.
Now.
Yes, sir. Okay. I just wanted to clarify. So you said make a black dot. That is inch wide or inch and a half wide, sir?
Just a dot. As
Just a-
small, just it should be big enough so that you can see it.
Okay.
That's it.
And it should be 1 or 1.5 feet
Just
away.
keep a hand like this from the wall. Okay, a little bit ahead. One hand se thoda dur baitho so that the vision field is clear. Because if you are too close, you cannot see it. If you are
Yes.
too far, you cannot see it. But this distance that I'm saying, from one hand to 1.5 hands, it is a adjustable space where you can actually see the dot and you can focus on that. It should
Yes.
be made just in front of the level of your eyes. If you're
Eyes.
sitting on a chair, make that at that level. If you're sitting on the ground, make it at that level.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay? Chaliye. Dhanyavad. So thank you everyone for burning your late night oil. And some people in the US have already gone into offices, might be still attending. Thank you for your time. और कुछ लोग सो गए थे अभी आके लाइट जला रहे. That's also good. So with this, but किसी ने वो दो चीजों के बारे में बात ही नहीं किया जो हमने लास्ट संडे बात किया था. इसका मतलब सारे लोग समझ गए व्याधि और स्थान के बारे में जो बात किया था. चलो, so people are good enough. That means I was good enough to make you understand and you don't have a query on that. Awesome. See you all together again Sunday. Many things are coming up. Ram Navami is coming up. Then there is a solar eclipse coming up. And people are saying there is a long gap that you have not given any processes. See, शायद किसी के प्रार्थना से आप लोगों की भलाई हो जाए. That's all I can say. Okay. Thank you for your time, for your efforts. Thank you for being here. Till we meet again.